All right, thank you so much. Here, the program still this morning on ITV. On set this morning, we're so privileged to have Osahan Uwoye, who is the State Director of the National Orientation Agency, and of course, it's live on stage. Now, when it comes to issues around public orientation, civic responsibilities, and all that, the National Orientation Agency has a role. So, welcome to this program this morning on ITV.
Thank you very much.
All right, so today is the 4th day of September 2024, so we'll have about few days left. And I know that you've been in the business of orientating Edo people, electorates in Edo states on how to go about the election. Now, election is a civic responsibility that you and I know. Help us to understand, how has the journey been, particularly as it relates to this election?
Good morning, viewers. Let me before now congratulate ITV and also wish San Chief Gabriel Igbinedion, the Esama of Benin, a happy birthday. And we're happy today for him that he's 90.
Okay.
Congratulations. First and foremost, National Orientation Agency, we've been on ground. We've been sensitizing the people. We've been mobilizing the people for the election. You know, we have processes in election. Yeah. First and foremost, we've gone through several processes. We've gone through the CVRO, that's the
continuous
voters registration. And during that exercise, people came out en masse to perform their civic responsibility. They came out to register. And my comos on the feed were able to go to the nitty-gritty of all local governments in the state to tell them the reason why they have to vote. And they all came out. They registered. Now, it's time for it's time for them to collect their voters card. Now they are coming out to, INEC offices. We've told them where to collect it, and they've gone there severally to pick their voters card, and they are ready for the elections. Noah, on his part, we are going around telling the people about this coming election, this forthcoming election. You know, it's an off-cycle election.
Yeah.
And we've been appealing to people, most especially the voters, the electorates, and the political actors, that this time around, election is not a do or die affair. There must be a winner and there must be a loser.
Yeah.
So we should try and not engage in any violence at all, because the security agencies, they are at the top of the situation. They are ready. And we've been going around paying advocacy visits to traditional rulers, community leaders, political party leaders too.
Now, when you say you've been going around, because we see the politicians, we see various political parties, we see members of the civil society organizations go around to sensitize members of the public. But I don't want to start by saying that whether we don't see Noah, Noah has always, how do you go about, I mean, apart from the fact that you're saying it now, if you compare Noah of now and the Noah of those days, there seems to be a difference. What is the problem?
I don't think there's any problem. Yes, there's no problem. Noah of then is still the same thing as Noah of now.
Okay.
Presently, Noah comos in the local government areas are there for us. They are there for you. And they are there for the politicians. And the Director General recently posted people, that's officers, to their place of local government origin, so that they can talk to the people with their local languages, which they will understand. And apart from that, they will be domiciled in their place of work.
Okay.
So if you look at, they've been doing the needful. You understand?
Yeah.
They've been going around. They've been paying advocacy visits. Maybe you don't see them. Maybe politicians, as you said, are not seeing them, but they are there. They are on the feed.
Okay, how would you want to describe the level of cooperation from the politicians? Because I know that your own responsibility as an orientation agency is not only restricted to the electorate, the voters now. The politicians, what has been the level of cooperation as it relates to EDO 2024?
Yeah, by the grace of God, tomorrow they will be with us. We're having a stakeholders meeting in our office. And we are inviting all political leaders, political chairmen, political party chairmen, you know. They are coming to the office. We want to sensitize them so that they will cascade all whatever we have said here to their party members, to their members. So our cooperation with them is very, very cordial. So by the grace of God, tomorrow they will be with us, and we're going to advise them. We are appealing to them.
All right, so you hear that people talk about voter apathy. It's been a big problem recently in our elections, and we don't want to say that whether some governmental agencies are really not doing what they ought to do. Because they have the responsibility of letting people know how important these things are. So what would you want to say is probably responsible for voter apathy? And if you know, how do you think that it can be handled? I mean, from your own experience?
Yes. The electorates have been taught on how to vote. I'm also assuring all of them right now that they should just come out on that day to cast their vote, because their votes this time will be counted. And we've gotten specimens, we've gotten IEC materials from the national headquarters. As we are going around the local governments, we'll be showing them on how to vote so that their votes this time will be counted. You know, that's the problem. If there's difficulty, you know, an old man or woman can go to a polling unit, and when he wants to cast his or her vote, he puts it at the center or at the middle or by the line.
All right, so you teach voters how to put their fingers on the ballot.
Yes, that's when we pay. That's when we are doing advocacy visits to our respective traditional rulers, because when we get to a traditional rulers domain, some of them, they have their subjects. Then when we go to churches, we do same to members of the church, because we have a specimen. And we still distribute the IEC materials for them to see. We tick it, the good, then the one that is bad, we tell them is bad, so that when they are going to cast their vote on that 21st of September, they won't cast it wrongly. This time around, we want all the votes to be counted. We used to teach them.
And you're still teaching them now?
Of course, sensitization and enlightenment is still ongoing.
Okay, so when are we going to start seeing your jingles, your promos, your adverts on television?
Yeah, very soon you will see.
Yeah, we'll have days to the election.
Yeah, days to the election, but very soon, I assure you. We've started by tomorrow, stakeholders meeting. Then by next week, we'll all be, my comos, the field officers, will be going from one place to the other, enlightening the people about the forthcoming election. So you will hear our jingles. We're going to meet with some journalists and help us. The jingles are out anyway, but we've not started putting it on air. But it will soon be on air.
Now, are there problems that you probably want to tell us on this program here now, today, that the National Orientation Agency seems to be facing? Because, I mean, I'm grown enough. I compare the good old times and now. You know, I have my reservations and all that. Are there issues that needs government's attention, that maybe also need the cooperation, the attention of the public, so as to help you to do your job properly?
First and foremost, I don't think there's any problem. We're doing our job, and we continue doing our job. And by the grace of God, the good times will come. And our present Director General is working towards it. It's been so wonderful.
You know, when I say the good old times, I remember those days that you have
MAMSA.
Yes. You had the times of town criers.
Yes, town criers and the likes.
You know, round town, round communities and all that. Technology may have crept in. We don't do that anymore. But there are mass communication, you know, avenues, such as independent television. We're not seeing them. That's what we're saying.
That's why I said very soon you will see them. They're on ground. You understand? They're on ground. You will see them. What we are really doing right now is to make sure people come out en masse to exercise their civic responsibility come 21st of September. That's what we're doing. And with some of our field workers, I've been meeting with town criers. You understand? Town criers have been helping them mobilize the people to come out. They've been helping them to, as they are doing their job, because they move around with town criers in a particular community. You understand? And the town crier goes around because anytime anybody is being posted to any community from our office, from National Orientation Agency, is being introduced to the traditional ruler. And from there, he or she knows the town crier. So they work hand in hand.
Now, the people that you meet, do they understand when you say something is civic? I mean, an event is civic. Because there are indications that some people probably, some of the electorate now probably believe that it's maybe a help for a certain politician. It is a help for a political party. They don't understand when you say, hey, this thing is a civic responsibility. It is your right.
Yes, you are right. But let me be frank with you. Majority do. When they say it's civic, it's their right. It's what they need to do. They are not helping no politician. They are not helping no political party. They are not helping me and you. But they are helping themselves. Because it's what they need to do. Why are those in diaspora saying they should extend it to voting to diaspora? Because they knew that is their civic responsibility. It's their right. It's something they need to do. You understand? And this is the time when they are not comfortable with any government in power, to vote them out. And if the government in power is doing well, then go ahead. It's your right.
Okay. All right. So I want you to look straight into the camera and your front. You tell Edo people the importance of this civic responsibility that we're talking about now. Come 21st of September, a few days from now, Edo people, Edolites are going to be casting their votes for their preferred candidate. So I want you to look straight into the camera. Let the Edo people know the importance of this civic responsibility that we are talking. I mean, you are the state director of the National Orientation Agency. Please do that for us now.
Very briefly, September 21st, 2024, the Edo people, please come out en masse and exercise your civic responsibility. It's your duty to vote. It's your duty to discharge your civic responsibility. The exercise is going to be on, and by the grace of God, you come out on that day and vote. And if you vote, your vote will be counted. Just listen to whoever. Let me tell you, INEC is doing so well right now, because now they've added they've been including the fiscally challenged, but now they've done more by bringing devices to help them during elections. So the fiscally challenged too will be there on that day, 21st of September. So I assure you all, please come out and exercise your civic responsibility. It's your duty, it's your right to make sure that you come out and vote. Don't be afraid of anything. There's no form of intimidation. There's no form of harassment. Come out and make your choice. And your choice will be good for the Edo people. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Because of your very busy schedule, we'll let you go now because we understand that you have to be at office. It's 26 past 8 o'clock in the morning. So for a public servant, he should be in the office right now. Mr. Woginye Osahon is the State Director of the National Orientation Agency in Edo State. Thank you so much for coming, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. Right. And I'll be here when next you invite me.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm so grateful.
Thank you so much.